Chlorine is a crucial component to keeping your pool sanitary and safe to swim in. And despite what popular music artist 21 Pilots say,
sipping on straight chlorine,
you should definitely never ever sip on chlorine. I'm Laura Evans with Orenda Technologies, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to handle and add chlorine to your pool safely. Before adding anything to the pool, always test the water and make sure you are adding the appropriate amount. Use the Orenda Calculator app to make sure that your dose is accurate and won't throw your pool out of LSI balance. Remember, the 3 steps of managing water the Orenda way are to test the water, use the Orenda app and balance LSI, and measure and dose properly. Once you know the exact dose, get your materials ready. In order to safely and properly add chlorine to a pool, you are going to need a smartphone or tablet with the Orenda app downloaded to it, a pair of rubber gloves, a pair of safety goggles or glasses to protect your eyes, your chlorine of choice, a large measuring cup if you are using liquid chlorine, a large sturdy bucket if you are using granular chlorine, and the proper chlorine feeding equipment if using tablet chlorine. Depending on the type of chlorine you are using, the method for introducing it to your pool will be different. In this video, we will be showing you how to add the 3 most popular types of chlorine to the same pool. But please understand, this is just a video and we aren't actually adding all 3 kinds of chlorine to this pool. In no uncertain terms, the different kinds of chlorine are all extremely reactive and should not ever be added to the same body of water simultaneously. Okay, now that that's out of the way, we'll first be showing you how to add liquid chlorine to a pool. To properly add liquid chlorine, first, determine the level of chlorine needed by testing and plugging the results into the Orenda LSI calculator. Next, measure your dose and pour around the perimeter of your pool. Never pour it straight into the skimmer. Now we'll show you how to properly add granular chlorine, like calcium hypochlorite, aka Cal Hypo, to a swimming pool. To properly add Cal Hypochlorine, first determine how much you need to add based on the gallonage of your pool. Then dissolve the appropriate amount into a 5-gallon bucket of water. After the chlorine is completely dissolved, pour the combined liquid around the perimeter of the pool. Normally, you should begin to pour it into the deepest part of the pool with your pump running. You may need to repeat this process several times with smaller amounts of powder in order to completely dissolve your chlorine. Just like with liquid chlorine, you should not pour the chlorine directly into the skimmer. Chlorine can also be found in a tablet form. In order to add this type of chlorine properly and safely, you should have a chlorinator system installed. This will ensure that the chlorine tablet is properly dissolved before being introduced to the pool water. Orenda does not recommend the use of tablet floaters, especially with swimmers in the pool. This type of chlorine distribution device does not provide an even distribution of sanitizer and can be extremely dangerous, especially to children. Tablet chlorine can be a great solution for outdoor pools that get a lot of sunlight, but like all forms of chlorine, must be handled with care. Before adding a Trichlor tablet to the chlorinator, you need to make sure you turn the system off. Since the chlorinator is plumbed into the equipment, therefore pressurized, it will leak water if the lid is opened while the system is in operation. Please do not load the chlorinator full and think this is the easiest way to keep the chlorine level where it needs to be. This is one of the fastest ways to dramatically increase your stabilizer levels. Keep in mind that if you are using Cal Hypo tabs, then you need a specialized type of feeder for that kind of chlorine. Under no circumstances should you add Cal Hypo tabs to a chlorine feeder designed for Trichlor tabs. Also, if you haven't already figured this out, don't put tabs into the skimmer. So, that is how you safely and properly add the most popular forms of chlorine. Chlorine is a seriously reactive chemical, and it should be taken seriously. So please, make sure you're dosing precisely, handling your chlorine with care, and wearing all necessary safety gear. If you enjoyed this video, check out our free educational program, Orenda University, where we will give you all the tools you need to take care of your pool year-round. Once again, I'm Laura Evans with Orenda Technologies. Thanks for watching.